Hey, welcome back to 12 Days of Rilke. This is episode 11. We are almost done. We're going to be looking at letter 9 and Letters to a Young Poet by Rainer Maria Rilke, translation Stephen Mitchell, page 99 in the copy that I have here. Okay, this is a short letter, actually, two short letters back to back. This is a really good letter, though, because he talks about the benefits of doubt. And I think doubt is one thing that has a negative reputation when really doubt is one of the more beneficial things we can have in our faith journey, because it's not, if doubt is coupled with faith, it's something that leads to a stronger faith. Whereas doubt, if it's just accepted as doubt without being coupled with faith, can be destructive. But there is a healthy form of doubt. Okay, he talks a lot in the opening section about how he wishes he could write and how he's tardy in writing, and he's going to send a few words until he's able to send a longer letter. He says, whether my letters really are help, I often doubt. Don't say, yes, they are. Just accept them calmly and without many thanks. Again, just accept things as they are. Don't have to be judgmental. Don't have to rush to conclusions. He says, and let us wait for what wants to come. Even in writing letters, he's only looking for what is necessary, what is asking it to be created, what is naming itself. He's not forcing anything or making anything come about on its own. He says, there's probably no point in my going into your questions now for what I could say about your tendency to doubt, or about your inability to bring your outer and inner lives into harmony, or about all the other things that oppress you, is just what I've already said. Just the wish that you may find in yourself enough patience to endure and enough simplicity to have faith. So he says, all I can tell you is just to press on. There's no easy answers to your doubts. There's no easy answers to your questions. You just have to let it happen. Just have faith that it'll work itself out. He says that you may gain more and more confidence in what is difficult and in your solitude among other people. The very fact that you're experiencing doubt is evidence that this is a thing worth fighting for, that it's a thing worth hanging on to. He says, and as for the rest, let life happen to you. Believe me, he says, life is in the right always. In other words, God's providence, God's will bring all this about in the way that it's meant to happen. You don't have to force it. You don't have to bring it about by your own might. You just have to say yes and be patient. He says, and about feelings. All feelings that concentrate you and lift you up are pure. Only that feeling is impure, which grasps just one side of your being and thus distorts you. So he says, feelings and all these things are pure. It's only when they become imbalance that you run into problems. He says everything you can think of as you face your childhood is good. Everything that makes more of you than you have ever been, even in your best hours, is right. Every intensification is good if it is in your entire blood. Again, we're looking at something from our whole self, not just a compartmentalized self or a fragmented self, but our fully integrated self. That's what he's emphasizing here. If it isn't intoxication or muddleness, but joy, which you can see into, clear to the bottom. Do you understand what I mean? So he's, again, not any halfway measures, not any part way, whatever. This is fully embrace this thing with your whole self, not just part way. That's when you run into problems. But again, dive into this with your entire being, bowl, body, soul, and spirit. He says, and your doubt can become a good quality if you train it. That's the qualification. It must become knowing. It must become criticism. That is, how is your doubt working for you, not against you? Ask it, he says, whenever it wants to spoil something for you, why something is ugly. Demand proofs from it. Test it, and you'll find it perhaps bewildered and embarrassed, perhaps also protesting. So, for example, if you're creating something and you say, there's just something not good about this, part of you could say, oh, don't listen to that. You just go ahead and put it out there anyways. But Rilke's saying, well, listen to that intuition. Say, why is it ugly? Why is something missing? Why does it need to be rearranged? What's the problem here? And if your doubt is embarrassed because it can't quite name what it is that it's protesting, that's okay. He says, don't give in. Insist on the arguments and act in this way, attentive and persistent every single time. And the day will come when instead of being a destroyer, it'll become one of your best workers, perhaps the most intelligent of all the ones that are building your life. So if you are trying to articulate something and you're going, something is not quite right there. I'm just not quite nailing it. Force yourself to ask why. Don't just dismiss your intuition that something's off, but force yourself to ask why, and doubling down on it in that way will lead to a more pure expression of what you're trying to get at. And your doubt, your critical eye will actually become a tool for you instead of an inhibition. Okay. I love, um, I love this idea. Very short one, just what, like 3 or 4 pages, but I think definitely worth it. We only have one more letter left, and it's also 3 or 4 pages long. So we're almost done with our time together in Rainer Maria Rilke's book, Letters to a Young Poet. Every time I pick up this book, I get new insights, and I hope that's been your experience as well. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, it's okay. We're only doing what's necessary. Have a great day. God bless.